Hi everyone, and welcome back to Decisive Squirrel Homestead. I checked the date again, it's June 11th. It's been a little while since we did an update. We've mostly been in the kitchen doing canning, so I thought it would be good to walk around the garden a little bit and show you some exciting things that are happening out here. Now, it is very, very hot where we are, much hotter than it normally is. We are already in triple digits. We're having 100-degree weather, so some things are kind of on the struggle bus and some things are loving it. But let's go see how everything's doing. All right, so even though we have this weed barrier here, we do have some grass and weeds kind of taking over at the edge. I need to get in and deal with those. I just haven't yet. But mostly on this outer bed, we have our strawberries that have pretty much gone dormant and they're not looking super happy with the heat. The ones that are more shaded are doing okay. But these big tall plants are okra, and okra loves the heat. Unfortunately, my family doesn't really love okra. I think I'm the only one who eats it. Josh eats a little bit, but I do like okra. I really like these flowers. Look how pretty okra flowers are. But these plants are putting out tons of okra pods. And you can see we have some pests around. That's just part of it. We actually do not have any pesticides on any of our plants. We kind of just let things go, and for the most part, good bugs come and eat the bad bugs. There's a wasp right there that I think is coming after aphids, maybe. Interesting. But for the most part, the bad bugs show up, and then the good bugs are right behind them. We have a lot of robber flies and a lot of ladybugs right now. So it all balances out. But okra loves the heat, so it's doing really well. It's producing a lot. And then that next bed over there that looks like it's hugely overgrown because the plants are very happy. These are all purple whole peas, and they are producing like crazy. So lots and lots of pods. I would say I can easily pick about half of a gallon Ziploc bag each day out of here. I have canned some purple whole peas. We haven't actually eaten any yet because we have a trip coming up, and so there just hasn't really been time to do that. So we just canned up what we had so it wouldn't go bad. But I need to pick more out of here before we leave, I think. Peppers are doing well. We have our Sugar Rush peach peppers we got from Baker Creek that have put out a whole lot of peppers. They're not turning orange, and they're supposed to be orange, but I'm guessing we'll get there eventually. Lots and lots of peppers on those plants though. Bell peppers are also producing really well. We've been harvesting those to eat and to can with and to feed to our guinea pigs. All of these plants are doing great. Over here on the arch are cucumbers. There are lots of cucumbers, but some of them have gone bitter. And at first I thought I had some bad seed, that I got seed that just wasn't making good cucumbers, but I think it's actually the heat, which is unfortunate. So when we go to eat a cucumber, we kind of have to like taste it and see if it's a good one and then throw it out if it's not. Tomatoes, it is too hot for them to set fruit now. So we have some new little ones, but they don't really want to set fruit when it gets this hot. This is unusual. We shouldn't be this hot this early in the year. So hopefully it'll cool down and we'll get some more tomatoes. But the plants are hanging in there. You can see down there, some of them are taller than our arch. So they have grown well. The leaves look good. They're just not setting fruit right now. And then we have more peppers down here on this outside edge. I think there are jalapenos here. They also love the heat, so they're happy. And then further down the row, we have more bell peppers, and then we have a lot of herbs planted in between, more for pest control than for getting herbs. I think they've all bolted. I don't think any of them are actually good for eating anymore. But that's more to keep pests away than anything else. And our edamame is just about done. It produces once and then it's done. It's just one crop off of each plant. But we have had some edamame for dinner, and we have a little bit more we can harvest. And then on the far side, the green beans have produced a lot, and now they've slowed down. They're not producing very much anymore. And then in the middle, where we pulled out all of our summer squash, I have planted pumpkins, and those are just now coming up. So hopefully those get going. My other pumpkins all got attacked by squash vine borers, and I don't think I'm going to get a single pumpkin out of any of those plants. So I'm hoping these will do better. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Over along the fence, we have lots of weeds we need to clear out, but we do have blackberry bushes that are happy and thriving. So that's good. Even plants we thought were dead have finally come back. So I think next year we're going to get a lot of fruit. Over here on our hugelkultur, we have our loofahs. They are taking a lot more water than I expected, but they're growing really well. They're looking pretty healthy. You can see up at the top, one of them has connected with the oak tree that was hanging down above it, and it's just climbing up the tree at this point. But I'm going to let it do it and see what happens. But these plants are looking pretty good. They are starting to flower and have started to set fruit. Yeah, you can see one hanging down here in the middle. So they have started to produce. I am happy about that. Hoping we can dry these and make some bath sponges and kitchen sponges and anything like that. We'll see how many we get. That's not true. I have grown loofahs once before, but I didn't do much to take care of them. And we've never actually gotten fruit off of them. So this is another new thing that we're trying out. It seems to be going well so far. Our corn patch over here, I'm very excited about. Pumpkins are all dead. They've all been eaten by squash vine borers. So that's unfortunate, but c'est la vie. And the corn is doing so well, and we've never been successful with corn before, so this is exciting. We have real ears of corn, guys. I picked one to check it out because I just couldn't wait. It was too early, but it looked really good. If it had stayed another week or two, it would have been fine. But a lot of these plants have nice, big, fat ears of corn. So we're actually going to get corn this year. Up here in this far corner, we have our strawberry popcorn, and I need to double check about harvesting that. If you pull it off the plant or if you let the plant dry before you harvest it. I have to go read up on that real quick because that has also produced. This is the strawberry popcorn from Baker Creek, so it just makes a little tiny ear of corn. And again, you can see our poor man's laser maze through here. The corn had fallen over in a storm, and we used this plant tape to help stand it back up, and it did stand up, and it seems to have worked, and it's produced corn. But now I think it's just about done growing. So we need to do something with that soon. And then over in the other corner, we have some glass gem corn left over from last year that's growing better than it did last year. So hopefully we get that also. But I'm really excited that this sweet corn seems to have worked out because we've just never been successful at that before. So it's always fun to have something new. I'm sure we will eat plenty, and then I'm really looking forward to canning corn for the first time. So that's how things are going here. I got to get back into the kitchen. I need to pick some of that okra and go make some vegan gumbo that I'm trying to can. So I will see y'all later. I hope your gardens are going great and you have a great summer.